Hello, friends. Welcome into this short and sweet wrist-free yoga class. You do not need anything except yourself. You really don't even need a mat for this one. So to get started, we'll find a nice, comfortable seat. Get settled in, get grounded into our mat, into the earth, and then just take a couple moments. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling tightness or soreness throughout the body. Notice what kind of thoughts come up as we slow down and be present. And when we're ready, on an inhale, we'll lift our hands up to the sky, taking up space. If it feels good, maybe you interlace, insides of the hands face up. We'll take some gentle twists here, so do not force. And we'll just look right and left, moving the torso very gently here to warm up. And then we'll move through some seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, open the chest, cactus arms. And exhale, round the spine. Here you can take little zombie arms. You can even rest your hands on your knees, whatever feels more comfortable to you. So we'll inhale to open the chest, find cow, and you can really take any movements here that feel good to you. Maybe you take some rolls side to side, just warming up through the spine. Also warming up through the hips here if you're taking some rolls. And we'll take one more round of movement here. And we'll find ourselves sitting up nice and tall and begin to stretch through the right side of our neck. So left ear goes over left shoulder. To deepen this stretch, you can take your right hand and fingertips out beside you. Breathing deeply here. On your next inhale, we'll sit back up neutral and then take it to the other side. So right ear over right shoulder. And you always have that option to come up on the left fingertips just to deepen that stretch through the side of your neck and your shoulder. Take one more deep breath here. And then we'll come up out of it, sit nice and tall, and then flip your feet. So if your right foot's in, bring your left foot in. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we'll twist to the left. So our right hand comes to our left knee, and then left fingertips behind us. Inhale to think about reaching the crown of the head up to the sky, and exhale to twist it out. Inhale, reach our left hand over to the right knee and round the spine, just like we did in seated cat. And inhale to twist towards the right. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, ring out the spine. On your next inhale, we'll bring that right arm up and over to the left knee, rounding the spine. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and we'll find a side stretch. So left forearm or left fingertips find the mat. Maybe we pet our dog, and our right hand reaches up and overhead. Don't forget to breathe deeply here, only going as far down as feels good for you and your body. And then we'll take it over to the other side whenever we're ready. Coming onto the right fingertips or the right forearm, and left hand reaches over. Chest opens up towards the sky. We'll come back up to a seat and setting up for butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet together. Here you can give yourself I'm adjusting my pants. Here you can even give yourself a foot massage. It's a great opportunity. Why not? We all don't have people or resources to get our feet rubbed. We may have to do it ourselves. You can stay sitting up tall here. It might feel good to fold and reach your chest forward. So careful not to round here. We're still keeping that spine nice and long, crown of the head reaching reaching up. Don't forget your breath. Take one more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly come sitting up if we were folded. And then just to find a counter stretch, we'll take the knees in towards each other, planting the feet out wide. You take some windshield wipers or 90-90, folding the knees one direction and the other. Again, we're always noticing, always listening. Hold where it might feel good. And then once we've gotten enough of that, we'll find a seated forward fold so legs go out long. Here our thighs are active, feet are flexed. We'll practice staff by pressing into the mat beside us, sitting up nice and tall. It may help here to press your fists into the ground or even place some blocks beside you. Inhale to reach the spine up long, and exhale, find your fold. So hands can come to the feet or the calves or even the thighs. Trying to keep our spine nice and long, only folding as far as our spine allows us to. Taking a few more rounds of breath here. Maybe you bend your knees a little bit to find a deeper fold. We'll inhale to sit up. We'll find Malsana squat. So however it looks for you to get there, our feet will go wider than hip width. And we'll sink our hips down to the ground. So here you may come to a stand and then find your way down that way. It's also perfectly okay if your hips don't reach all the way down. You can come to sit on a block or even a stool here. Just trying to open through the hips. Here we'll open to the right. Left hand comes up. Right hand reaches, opening that hip. Only if this feels good. And we'll take it to the other side, opening left. And we'll meet back in our Malsana squat. Take an inhale and exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. And then option here to interlace the hands behind your back, just for a deeper opening through the shoulders or the chest. So here, if your arms are interlaced, you can either let gravity do the work and let the hands really hang down towards the floor, and this will open the shoulders deeply, or you can press those palms together actively and you'll feel a deeper stretch in the armpit chest. So maybe play around, find what feels good. If you're interlaced, we'll uninterlace. And we'll walk our hands over to the left for a side stretch. So take a few deep breaths here. Really breathe into the space we're creating in the lower back. And then we'll take it to the other side. Again, breathing deeply here. Keeping the knees equally bent, just moving our torso, hips face forward. And we'll find forward fold and center, and inhale to halfway lift. The hands can come to the thighs or the shins, just finding a flat back. Exhale to fold, and on our next inhale, we'll slowly rise up to mountain. Take your time. The last one up is a rotten egg. Don't want to black out here. Been folded a lot. No need to rush. And then when you're ready in your mountain, we'll begin to shift the weight into our left foot. So we're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest. It may feel good to just stand here, finding our balance. Maybe you come to a wall if you need some extra support. Maybe it feels good to open that right knee out to the side And then we'll find our tree. So your tree can be toes on the ground, foot against the calf, or foot against the inner thigh. So find your tree. All trees are just as beautiful. You see many different trees out there in the wild, and they're all just perfect in their own way. I'm an environmental engineer, so I'm I'm like a tree hugger is my job. But save the trees, love the trees. And then from here, I'm going to step to the front of my mat because we're going to, with control, step that right foot all the way back into a high lunge. So find your support. Hips are square to the front. Arms can be overhead. They can also be at heart center. Bending into that front left knee. Careful our knee isn't tracking over the ankle. Keeping everything in alignment. Knee over the ankle or slightly behind it. And then back leg is lifted. And then we'll step back up and send it to the other side. So maybe give your legs a little wiggle. We'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And then from here, we'll plant our left hand down to the mat or on our foot or ankle, and right hand reaches up for a twist. Exhale back down. Plant the right palm, left hand comes up for a twist on this side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. And then inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, slowly rise back to standing, taking your time. No need to rush. On and off the mat. And then we'll take it to the other side. We'll hug the left knee into the chest, shifting our weight to the right standing foot. Maybe find a drishti or focal point to help with your balance. Maybe you open up that hip. And then we'll find tree pose. So your variation of tree pose, your tree. Hands can be on your hips. They can be at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Can even use your hand to further open that knee, to open that hip. Find what feels good. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to do what the person next to you is doing. And do your own thing. Everyone's body is different. No one is going to want to do the exact same thing. And then we'll step back with our left foot when we're ready for our high lunge. Remember, your hands can be at heart center, on your hips, up and overhead. Your variation. Trying to keep our tailbone nice and tucked. And crown of the head reaching up. Take a couple more breaths here. Really sink that hip down. And then when we're ready, we'll come back up to one-legged stand. And then find mountain pose. Maybe wiggle the legs, sway the hips. And then we'll set up for chair pose. Make sure your feet are together. Inhale and exhale, sink the hips low. So here we're trying to keep our spine nice and long. That is more important than how low we sit. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lower all the way down to a seat and then coming down on our backs. Hug your knees into your chest. You can find stillness here. Maybe it feels good to roll side to side. Kind of get a lower back massage. So really just taking any intuitive movements that feel good to you. If there's any other pose that you typically like to practice, now would be a great time to do so. If not, we'll move into happy baby. Grab the outer edges of both feet and knees go in towards the armpit. Deep hip opener. Don't forget to breathe here. Again, it may feel good to be still. It also may feel good to rock a little bit side to side. Your yoga practice. And when you're ready, we'll send that left leg out long and find supine twist. So right knee goes over towards the left, right shoulder blade stays glued in. And gaze over to the right, maybe even allow your eyes to come to a close. One more deep breath here. And then we'll take it to the other side. We'll send that right leg long and hug the left knee into our chest. And finding supine twist, left knee goes over towards the right, left shoulder blade stays glued in. So here it's not about reaching your left knee down to the mat, it's more about keeping your left shoulder glued in. That helps with our twist. And when you're ready, we'll send both legs out long, setting up for Savasana. This can be, to many, the hardest pose in yoga because it requires you to just be present with yourself and just be. So I'll invite you to take a few moments here. Allow yourself to just melt into the mat. Allow all your muscles to relax and soften. And we'll just stay here for a couple moments and I'll call you out when it's time. And as always, you can stay here as long as you would like. It's the beauty of at-home yoga. And even if you're in a studio, you can always stay longer than other people. Just know that. But if you're ready, then you can begin to wiggle through the hands, wiggle through the feet, the toes, start to wake the body up. And then we'll hug our knees into our chest. Maybe rock side to side. And I encourage you to just take a moment, take one more breath to yourself, to thank yourself for showing up today. Thank your body for all that it does for you on and off the mat. And when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way up to a seat and then get on with the rest of our day. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Please let me know what more videos you would like to see, what types of classes, or anything at all. Um, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.